Hi everybody. I've got one journal here with me this Friday, and I hope everybody's doing good. You know, we had Easter and family and friends and stuff over, so I didn't get to work over that weekend, which put me a little behind, and I've been doing several custom journals. So I only have this one, and it will go, of course, in the Etsy shop. And it measures 8.5 by 5. And I went to the local ephemera store here in town, and oh man, do they have the stuff. I could just spend days in that place. And she's one of the images. She's a local lady, and I found a whole bunch of cabinet cards. And these things are huge. I thought that they were a lot smaller than this, but they're not. They're huge. So I scanned a bunch of them, and I made some pages with all the different stuff I found at the store. And this has got a nice swirly pattern in a beige, laces in a flower. Let me see how pretty that is. And it's layered up. And going inside, I kept it simple. This is a nice pretty satin fabric and a crinkle fabric at the top. And I put one of these coverless notebooks that I've made. It's got some doodads in it. And just different papers, a little mini pocket here. A nice image with a embroidered leaf pattern. Some ephemera. Just all kinds of different stuff that that I, put out, but I haven't gotten around to using, and so it makes a good hodgepodge journal, I guess you could call it. But it's a little mini journal. And over here is one of the ladies, and of course I added some things to it, but that came from the local ephemera store. And just some pages with rough edges and lots of stitching. I did the stitching in a light brown. Got some different fabrics here and a little brad. And a tuck spot here on a piece of ephemera with the stitching. And more stitching. This is a little bit of washi tape here. Nice place for writing. A little mini tuck spot with ephemera of some old purses. And this is a pocket here. And it's got some faintly lined lines on the paper back there. Image with a whole bunch of different fabrics and a little mini heart. And then this is a booklet. No, this is a card out of a book page. Got some plain paper on the back for writing. And I put, this is one of the pages that I made, and I just put some cards over it. And some lace here. Little tuck spot with some fuzzies. So you got all this writing space back here, and then I added a card for extra. Seam binding here. Look at these hats, y'all. Cracks me up. A little tuck spot here. This is from a book that I got at that ephemera store, and it's a workbook from 1941, and that's the natural aging. And then he wrote different things on it that is the streets and things are here locally, names of places here locally. This is another cabinet card that I got, and I added like a little envelope, but it's very faint. And, if you wanted to write over that, you could, or it would make a good background for a photograph. But I wanted them really, really light, so it kind of like all blended in. And I really like how it came out. This is a glass seam bag with some different fabrics and a flower. And inside it's a nice long card. And then behind it is a tuck spot. Just different papers and a little doodad. Little doodad. a little butterfly negative that I put some fabric behind. And some ephemera here. And then I added a postcard. Pretty image. Look at these dresses. Gorgeous. This is another one of those local pictures. And a belly band here with an image and some fabrics and a little gold bow. And card. Little mini tuck spot over here. Some ladies making a quilt. This is a card with some fabrics, all kinds of fabrics and sari silk. Another little mini tuck spot over here. All kinds of different, oh, looky there. Missed it again. All right, I'm gonna have to fill that up. Notorious for that. Another pretty image there, a little stamping going on. Here's this gentleman. Little faint lined paper, some faint images there. Another collage that I made. Little postcard stamp there. And an image. A nice thick pocket here, a bunch of different fabrics. And I filled it with that. I have this one too. She's so pretty. And I put some different fabrics with her and a letter and a pretty image. Over here is another nice thick pocket with different fabrics and a brad. And then I made a collage card with some flowers and part of a dictionary page and some of that from that old book that gentleman had. And then there's the back. And another tuck spot over here with a heart and some gold yarn. Stitching all the way around on lots of the pages. This is a local store here in Shreveport, or was. They went out of business years ago. So I added that. I found that at the ephemera store. And it's just a collage of just different places to write, or you could just write all the way across if you felt like it. Another little tuck spot here. Another tuck spot over here. You got all this to write on, and then a little card. And some fabric, some pretty lace. Ooh, I found some pretty fabric at an estate sale yesterday. Ooh, I couldn't resist. Cost a fortune, and it's so gorgeous. Had to have it. You know, sometimes you just have to have it. Little card. That pretty lady with a little image in the stitching. It's very faintly lined paper. Very faintly. I don't even think, well, I think when you journal over it, you won't even see the lines anymore. Little belly band that matches the cover. Some little mini fabrics over there. This is one of my favorite images. It's two little boys and they're looking in the chocolate store. I think that's so cute. Another little mini tuck spot on a newspaper print. And over here's another little collage with a part of a postcard and some people, just all kinds of stuff. And again over here, nice image there and Western Union Telegram. This is another one of my favorite pictures too. It shows a family. That's got to be the son with the parents. They're having tea under a real pretty tree, having tea outside. And look at the doggy. He's got his own little towel to sit on so he doesn't get dirty. Cracks me up. Some seam binding here. Another little tiny tuck spot over here. A pretty page for journaling with fabric. And a tuck spot here. So you've got this back here too. And a pretty lady with part of a piece of lace there. And over here is a pocket, but it sort of doesn't look like a pocket for some reason. It just kind of all blends in, which is, you know, what I wanted. And it's got a flower and a postcard here. And then a nice image. And I put in a little mini booklet. And that's a English to Spanish or Spanish to English dictionary page with the pretty violets. But it just kind of all blends like that. And here's a thread. Imagine that. And this is another image, and I stitched around it in the flower and then put a card over it. That's 2. Missed 2 spaces. That's a tuck spot. I will fill that in. And then some different pages for writing. That's some washi tape. Tim Holtz, I think. Over here's a tuck spot, and I put an envelope in there. You can put in whatever. Well, I guess you can't put it in there because I didn't seal it up. Okay, that's another one to seal up. I'm telling you, I'm slipping. This is another image, and it's got different faint collage of different things. Some different fabrics here with a postcard. And in the back, I put, it's the same as the front. There. I've got the same flower with the gold bow. And I put in just an envelope that, this is the real ephemera out of my book. I just made an envelope with it, and it's expandable. And you can put in whatever you like. And there's the back again. And there's the front. I don't want to, this is my little bookmark. I don't want to lose that. I got some filling in to do. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me this Friday. And I hope to see you next Friday in the next videos. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.